Dutertenomics. This encompasses the most massive nationwide infrastructure program designed to connect people, provinces, ports, places of growth for productive endeavors, including the creation of jobs, sustaining progress and improving the quality of life for the marginalized communities and for those who need economic attention the most. Here's Roseanne de Cruz with the story.
June 30, 2016. It has been a year since the 16th President of the Republic of the Philippines sat in power. But let us check. How far has the country gone? During his inauguration, President Rodrigo Duterte noted that quotations from two revered figures shall serve as the foundation upon which his administration shall be built. President Duterte said his economic, financial, and political policies are contained in this foundation. Thus, he directed all department secretaries and heads of agencies to reduce requirements and the processing time of all applications from the submission to the release.
While the government found a way to resolve the traffic of people in government agencies, the long-standing traffic congestion remains a problem.
Early on, the president has asked for an emergency power in dealing with traffic problem in the country. However, legislators have been keen on the importance and necessity of giving such. As among the bold solutions to traffic congestion, high cost of prices, demand for efficient mass transport projects, and the need for more jobs, the Build team was created. Even prior to his election, President Duterte admitted that he has to get the best people in handling the economy, as his priorities include eliminating crime, drugs, and corruption, which is why he had to get his economic managers that will craft policies aligned to his campaign promise, elevating lives of the Filipino people. Part of these managers is a team composed of heads of key implementing agencies of the national government, such as the Department of Finance, Department of Budget and Management, the National Economic Development Authority, Department of Public Works and Highways, Department of Transportation, and the Bases Conversion and Development Authority that has formally unveiled in April 2017 Build, the country's most ambitious infrastructure plan with high-impact infrastructure projects. This is at the heart of the Dutertenomics, the term coined to sum up and describe President Rodrigo Duterte's key socio-economic agenda, which aims to widen the gains of economic development. In the 10-point agenda, President Duterte envisioned the reduction of poverty from 21.6% in 2015 to 13 to 15% by 2022. And according to it, infrastructure will boost economic growth, create a competitive business climate, generate jobs, and uplift the lives of the Filipino people. Among the biggest infrastructure projects is the 8-kilometer 4-lane NLEX-SLEX connector road, which will run from C3 Road in Caloocan City to Santa Mesa in Manila and will connect to the common alignment of Skyway Stage 3 to benefit at least 35,000 motorists or vehicles per day. It is the first public-private partnership project approved under the Duterte administration and is set to provide connectivity between the Ninoy Aquino International Airport and the Clark International Airport. With this, travel time from SLEX to NLEX will be reduced from 2 hours to just 20 minutes, as well as travel time from Clark to Calamba, Laguna from approximately 3 hours to 1 hour and 40 minutes. Other projects, meantime, are listed in the Build portal, which allows the public to access real-time updates. Meanwhile, stemming from the socio-economic agenda, several poverty eradication initiatives were rolled out by the President, one of which is the Philippine Development Plan 2017 to 2022, which was launched by NEDA on June 2, 2017. Under the PDP, targets have been set for the government to achieve. Aside from the decline of overall poverty rate as mentioned earlier, targets include the Philippines to be an upper middle income country by 2022 and the unemployment rate to go down to 3.5% by 2022 from 5.5% in 2016, among others. In May 2017, the administration's tax reform proposal hurdled third and final reading in the House of Representatives. The bill, which is expected to generate 82 billion pesos in annual revenues, was certified by the President as urgent after setting an ambitious 8 trillion peso plan for infrastructure. In the said measure, workers will get to have a bigger take-home pay, but the prices of several commodities will increase. According to the government, the approval of the pro-poor tax reform measure is a win-win package for the Filipinos, as it accomplishes the government's twin goals of increasing the purchasing power of workers while raising spending for the poor. However, for critics, the bill remains an anti-poor proposal. Non-government organization IBON, which currently assesses the 1 year in office of the administration, said the government's tax measure is onerous as it reduces the taxes paid by wealthy families, foreign investors, and domestic big businesses, and offsets this with higher consumption taxes paid by the majority of poor Filipinos. Lawmakers from the lower chamber echoed this, saying that despite income tax exemptions, excise taxes on fuel, sugary beverages, and property might not be beneficial to consumers. The socio-economic agenda of the Duterte administration works like a domino, as failure to achieve one may affect the other. As what was stated by NEDA Chief Ernesto Perña, President Duterte's ambitious infrastructure program risks being scaled down if the bill fails to be passed. And once the ambitious infrastructure plan does not prosper, the economic growth may be greatly affected, as well as the loans from Japan and China, which were intended to fund part of Dutertenomics. Amid all these ambitious plans of change and development for the Philippines, one of the President's alter egos asked the public,
"Huwag nyo nang sabayan ng duda at haka-haka. Pabaunan nyo kami ng tiwala."
1 year down, 5 to go. How much patience and support can the public give the President and his administration to solve the socio-economic woes of the country? For Jen and the Global News Network, this is Roseanne de la Cruz.